Let's now copy this URL, and then we're going to use this get data function from the web to retrieve data from that Yahoo Finance website. So again, copy this URL, which relates to the first page of that website. Okay, then click on OK, and Power BI is gonna start processing the request, and you will see in a minute this navigator box is gonna open, and we can look at the table suggested by Power BI. So here's the navigator, and let's maximize the window. Takes a little bit of time to get the data. All right, finally, Power BI finished the processing, and we can see what are the tables available from that website. So turns out the first table suggested by Power BI looks pretty good. If you compare this table with the original table in that website. So here we have the symbol in the first column, name, price, change in dollar terms, change in percentage, trading volume, average volume over 3 months, market cap, P/E ratio. All right. So look at the original table. Yes, indeed, it's almost just a copy of the original table. So that's pretty good. So we're going to keep working on this table 1. So I'm going to check on this table 1, and I'm going to transform it, load it into Power BI, and we're going to work from there to build our customer functions. So here we go. So the query editor opens, and the table 1 is loaded here. And again, our emphasis here is trying to learn how to do customer functions. So I'm going to skip those kind of house cleaning part of this exercise, except I'm just going to remove this empty column. I'm going to remove this column, and I will leave the rest columns as they are. Okay, you can change the format. You can do kind of splitting columns. For example, for this price column, you probably want to do some splitting to kind of pin down each piece of information within this column. Anyways, let's start working on this table 1. I will call it most traded stocks. And we're going to look at the advanced editor to see the underlying code. All right, so advanced editor. And again, the pattern we realize is that we need to change the start position. Okay, the first page, the start position is 0. Then the second page, start position is going to be 25. Third page is going to start at 50. So once we kind of utilize that pattern, we can make a parameter. Okay, so we're going to introduce a parameter that's called start. And this parameter again is going to be set as a text format, and then equal sign, greater than sign. So that's basically just kind of a grammar thing you have to follow, okay, to define this parameter. Then once this parameter is defined, I'm going to replace this number 0 with this start parameter, okay. And then because this number 0 is part of this entire string, okay, and we're going to replace it with a parameter, so we have to kind of break this string into several pieces. So start from the beginning of the URL and go all the way to here, right before this number 0. Okay, so this piece, which I highlighted here, is going to be the first piece of the string. All right, and we're going to put this piece into a pair of quotation marks. Then after this number 0, okay, start from this ampersand sign, okay, it's gonna be the last piece of the string from the URL, okay. So this piece, which I highlight here, is gonna be the last piece of this URL, okay. And between these two pieces, there's just this number 0 left here, okay? And I'm going to replace this number 0 with this start parameter, okay? We have already defined this start parameter as a text format. So because this is already a text string, we do not need to include this parameter in a pair of quotation marks, okay? So here we have basically 3 pieces of string. This is the first piece, okay? And it's already quoted in the quotation marks. This is the second piece, which is a text parameter. The third piece is here, again, quoted in a pair of quotation marks. However, the 3 pieces of strings cannot be connected naturally. We have to use a ampersand sign to connect them together. All right, so these 2 pieces of ampersands are just those kind of operators that connect 3 pieces of strings together. So altogether, this whole piece is gonna be a URL, and depending on the value that this start parameter takes, this URL is gonna correspond to a particular web page. For example, if the start parameter takes a value of 0, as we have seen on that web page, it's gonna be the first page of that list of the most traded stocks, okay? If this start parameter takes a value of 25, then that's gonna be the page 2 of that list. A value of 50 is gonna be the page 3 of that list, and so on and so forth, okay? As we have seen that pattern regarding that web page URL, okay? So once this is set up, once we kind of embed a start parameter into this URL and let this parameter change its value, we can basically retrieve different pages from that list. Then we can basically automate this web scraping in a more efficient way, right? So after we have done this editing, we incorporate this start parameter into this M code. We can just click done, and we're back to this query editor window. So that advanced editor window is closed basically after you do the editing. Then you can notice this previous query called most traded stocks has changed to a custom function. Okay, so this kind of function sign fx symbol, okay, it's basically indicator that this query now works as a custom function, okay, and then we can rely on this custom function to retrieve different pages of that list, okay, on a kind of automated manner, okay, as we will discuss shortly.